If you want the kind of results that come from truly effective, profitable leadership, the kind of leadership that yields results, you have to embody the true essence of leadership, which is not commonly understood in the history of mankind. True leadership, all great leaders, the leader that you want to be, begins with being able to lead yourself. And this is the thing that most people don't want to do. They don't want to look hard and honest at themselves. But real leadership, the kind that is sustainable, the kind that doesn't have to compete, the kind that is exponential in their results, it's not about being a really good manipulator, trying to get other people to do what you want them to do. It's not about telling other people what to do. It's not about demanding or forcing or conniving or using power over someone or something. Leadership is all about power, which begins with power over the self. When you can control yourself, you can control everything else. Now, what I'm going to say in this video is it might take you hours of research to really fully understand and completely integrate everything that I'm going to say, but it's really going to be worth it. And if you wait until the very end, I'm going to say things that you may not know are adding up to being a really great leader and manifesting a really great life, personal and in business. But if you wait until the end, it is all going to come together. So everything is interconnected, right? And the way that you lead comes out in your results. So if you're not getting profitable results and rewards, and if people aren't following you or being inspired by you, if something is not going the way that you want it to go, it points back to where you're coming from in your own personal ability to lead, right? Because your results depend on you. Everything is interconnected, like I said. Quantum physics is now figuring this out, that there is no separation. First of all, everything is energy at the smallest level. Everything is energy. And there is no space in between. Everything is completely connected. So the other thing that you have to know is that quantum physics has figured out now that matter depends on your observation. Matter is determined, the form that matter takes is determined by your observation of it. Literally, the form that matter takes is dependent upon you. And so the matter itself, the circumstantial matters, don't actually create in your life. Circumstantial matters don't actually create matter. You create matter with your observation of it. And so this goes back to leadership, where you are, whatever it is that you are leading yourself into energetically in your perspective, that's what you're going to get. That's what's going to yield the result. Like I said, great leaders don't manipulate or try or force. They be. They lead by example. They lead purely. So whatever reality that you're in is completely interconnected. There is no separation. And wherever you're at you're already leading whether you like it or not, because whatever you're thinking, wherever you're at, that is what you're getting, the results that you're getting in your world. So if you're the kind of leader who is saying, nobody listens to me, nobody likes me, why is this not working? This is so hard. I need to get this message out. I need to get people to understand. I need an audience. I need attention, love, respect, support. That's what you're doing in your frequency. Your frequency, again, is energy, which this is science, right? This is what the world is based on, energy. And so your universe is made up of all of these parts that are completely interconnected and interdependent. And it's based on this equal and opposite cause and effect. So if you are emanating an energy, your energy is commensurate with everything else in the world that you see. So if I'm saying I'm not getting enough support, attention, love, respect, then everything in my universe, I'm the cause, and everything in my universe is being manifest in accordance with what I am saying and observing and putting out there. So everything in my world has to not listen to me. It has to be difficult. It has to fall on deaf ears. I can't get the kind of efficacy and participation and attention that I want because I said so. What kind of leader am I? I'm leading my universe, just not very well. So we're all leading. You can't get away from that. You're all manifesting. You can't get away from that. So, great leadership, leading your world, leading your reality, is not about using power to try to get a thing to do what you want it to do. It's about controlling you. And when you come into this place where you're able to see through the illusion, right? Because you're able to see, instead of looking at what's happening and arguing with what's happening, seeing through the illusion is being able to get to the heart of the matter and say, what am I doing that is causing my world to interact with me in this way? You change you change your observation, you change your perspective, you change your belief, and then everything else follows. That is where good leadership comes from. You have to look deep, you have to look honestly, you have to look sincerely, you have to be completely committed to you yourself. You have to take on yourself and lead yourself first before you can do that with anyone else. Have you ever noticed how when you really, really want someone to get something or listen to you and you really try to push for that, they won't? But when you say, okay, and you don't try to make anyone do anything, it kind of comes to you a lot easier. And especially when you're just flowing something very passionately in the moment, it seems to land better. And yet you weren't forcing anything, you were just being. One great leader who is aligned is more powerful than a million people who are not. Imagine if not only you were a great leader, but if everyone else around you was a great leader too. If everyone else around you knew how to lead themselves, this wouldn't create competition. It would create this complex, intricate web of intelligent cooperation. A meeting of minds, a meeting of hearts, seeing eye to eye, being on the same page. How do we create results in our world? With communication, effective communication. That is on every single level of relationship, which is so, so intertwined in every level of business. Yet there's a lot of corporations and workplaces that are foundationally constructed to create a negative power and control dynamic. And this trickles down into overwhelm instead of people having a vitality for life in that environment. It trickles down into fear and powerlessness. Now, imagine if your business is being run by this fear-based illusion of power and control, which is not really power. Power doesn't require any fear or force. The paradox of power is that the most power requires the lightest touch. The lightest touch equals the most cooperation, the most efficacy, the most ease. It's profitable, it's successful, it's rewarding to operate from a more powerful frequency. Frequency which determines how matters unfold in your life on every level. People try to separate personal and business, but you can't, because everything that you do is here in you. Personally, who you are as a person trickles down into everything in your life. And when you lack power and control so much that you try to gain it and hone it and grab it forcefully, you're going to create lack and fear in your businesses and in your relationships. And then it trickles down and you have no one to support you because you're not giving them power to support you, because you have to have that frequency first in order to yield powerful results in your life. And so if everything is interdependent, and if everything is based on your frequency, your observation of the world, instead of being powerless and thinking that you have to force your way into power, what if you were just to become a powerful force that didn't require anything but the lightest touch? You attract cooperation. You attract the right people in the right mindsets, the people who are willing and excited. You attract the resources. You attract the bright ideas, the inspirations, the right time, the right place. You attract the atmosphere that creates the kind of cooperation that allows people to be more productive, more efficient, more effective, more inspired. The rewards are great for leading from a place that is aligned, from leading from a place of true power, power which is not power over something, but the power to do whatever you want and to gain exponential results just by being the most powerful, authentic version of you. If you want me to make more videos like this, comment below. Let me know what you want to know. And I'll see you in the next video.